Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have some super long videos from tonight, so that's good. So I can do shorter videos too, and it won't be so bad, okay? So I hope you guys are enjoying the show, alright? Everybody's Christmas should be fun. Everybody's Christmas should be good. Not anybody should be left behind. There should be no one feeling sad or no one feeling like they don't have the Christmas they want. Some people really have, not that much. There's people that are less fortunate in the world. Sorry, guys. There are people that are less fortunate in the world, and they don't have a heck of a lot. But really, life is short, and we all really need to feel like we have something. Sorry, guys. There's something in my shoe here. We all need to feel like we have enough in our lives that we can be happy with. So, it really is something that I strive for. Now, not everyone's going to have a good life, and not everyone's going to get what they want, but at least I can try to get my message across to as many people as possible that we should all try to enjoy our lives and be happy. Now, lately there's been a lot of youth deaths. Now, there's people that are like in their early 20s, mid 20s, or teens that are dying, and it's really sad to see. I don't know what's going on, but every time you see someone on TikTok and YouTube that's died, people that are famous that have died or whatever, it seems to be a young person these days. And I think it's because, with TikTok and YouTube, people all want to be famous and they all want to do well. And there's a lot of things that people aren't able to deal with that come with fame. And, it's really kind of like, well, if these things come with fame and you don't know how to handle them, and you're young and impressionable, then it can be really hard. I really think that a lot of young people deal with things alone, and they don't talk it out, or they don't feel comfortable, or they just have, they're naive. I mean, when I was younger, I would make friends with anyone, not anyone obviously, but almost anyone, and now I'm very selective. So I can handle things now because I'm very selective of who I let into my life or who I add into my life. And people that are younger might not have that sense. They might just let anyone into life, and they might be part of a bad group or whatever. And so it's really kind of different now for people that are older and younger. Younger people have may not know what fame is like, and then they're young, so they deal with it harder. For me, I've lived a long life, not that long, I'm only 42, but I've lived a life where I wasn't famous for a very long time. So for me, to get famous is not something that's usual for me. So I know that all these things that are coming about, or all these things that I'm dealing with, that come with fame are strictly from fame. I know they're not coming from anything else. So I know, when it comes from things that are not your usual life, this is foreign and this is not something you normally deal with, and you know how to deal with it. If you're a young person, you might not know that things are very, like when you're a young person, you might think, oh, what's this from? Maybe people don't like me, and they might think people don't like them. Like for me, I deal with a lot of criticism because I'm like a celebrity type and I'm very good looking. So I deal with a lot of criticism, and I know that's from the fame, and I know it has nothing to do with me as a person, or me as, me before my fame or anything like that, but it comes with being famous, and that's what it is. But young people don't know, and young people also don't know patience, and they don't have education, so they don't learn things the way that we learn things. When I was younger, you went to school and you studied, and you didn't have social media analyzing your every move or analyzing whatever you did or said. You had your own life, and you didn't have to worry about people really bothering you because you had to, you didn't have social media, so no one ever really commented negatively. And if they did, you weren't on social media as much as you were before. So, you might not have felt that it was really that bad. You're like, oh my God, who's this? You just think it's a foreign person, you get rid of them. You don't care. you just think, well, that doesn't make sense. I'm not like that or whatever, and you just move on. But some people, when they're younger, social media is their only center, and a lot of people are against school and against learning, even though learning is really productive and really helps. But people are like, well, I'm on social media. And so if you're centered around social media and you never had a life around it, or you never had anything going on until social media or before social media or whatever, then you might not know how to handle life. It's tough. Being patient is a very hard skill to have as well. I mean, a lot of people that are younger might not have patience, or might feel that might feel they're entitled, and people that feel entitled go up to people and say things, and they might not be very good people, so they get in trouble, right? So anyway, it's really tough, and so seeing this trend of young people suffering and having a hard time is really awful. I really think, 18 to 25-year-olds that are struggling with these issues, I really think that it's time you learn that there's a whole other world out there, and you don't have to succumb to what you're seeing on social media only. There's other things in the world that you can focus on. Obviously, if you like social media, great, but don't let it center around your world and be traumatizing and difficult and let yourself get PTSD or anything. All right, bye now. Or even let you die, because a lot of them are dying. Anyway.